was playoff heartbreak for Middlesbrough, Coventry and Sunderland last month. Will any of them go one better next season? So near and yet so far for Borough, Coventry and Sunderland. Here's what happened to the previous 15 playoff losing clubs the year after. 7 of them went up the next season. That's nearly half. 4 automatically, 3 via the playoffs. 2 more lost again in the playoffs, meaning 9 finished in the top 6. That's 60%. 3 more were top 10. It's 12 out of 15. So 80% followed up a playoff defeat with a top 10 finish. 3 finished in the bottom 10. Barnsley finished bottom and went down. I don't see any collapses from Borough, Coventry or Sunderland. At Swansea, Cooper walked, parachutes ended, Russ Martin changed the style. Barnsley and Huddersfield, chaos. Their managers and best players all quickly left. And that is the basic truth about the playoffs. These teams that lose were not quite good enough to go up, but the players and managers are good enough for others to want to take them. With FFP an issue, clubs that don't have parachute payments like Borough, Coventry and Sunderland need income, not just to challenge, but to stay within the rules. Let's look at the bosses. At Coventry, Mark Robins looks locked down with his new deal, and at Borough, Michael Carrick is still very new. So those both look stable situations. There was some talk of Tony Mowbray leaving Sunderland the day after they lost in the playoffs. That seems to have calmed down now, thankfully. In terms of players going, it always happens. Fans get very upset when their best players are linked with moves, but it doesn't have to be a bad thing if they go. In fact, it can be a very good thing. It just depends what you do next. Jay Rodriguez, Jack Clarke, Ollie Watkins, Arnott Danjuma were all sold by clubs who lost in the playoffs. All those clubs used that money and went up the following season. Middlesbrough posted £20 million worth of losses in their most recent accounts. The next set will have the money for Spence and Tavernier's sales though. Chuba Akpom is the 28-goal jewel in the crown now. Can they keep hold of him and bank on his goals to get them up, or will they need to sell and refresh like they did last season? Coventry have 2 outstanding assets in Gyokeres and Hamer. I'd be surprised if both were still there at the end of the summer. I do trust Coventry to replace them though. They cashed in on Sam McCallum in 2020 and likely that was the dough that brought Hamer to Coventry in the first place. This is the natural next stage for Coventry's trading. It was the same at Brentford, and when the prices went higher and higher and the players got better and better, they kept making good deals. Coventry must do the same. Sunderland is a little bit different as their best player was probably Amad Diallo, who was on loan. So he's out and no money comes in for him. Jack Clarke is probably the other big asset, but Sunderland were pretty clever with their recruitment this past season, and I think people are now going to be more keen to head up there. So history says playoff losers come back strong. I think all 3 clubs will be stable, and I don't think they'll be too badly hurt in the transfer market. There is, of course, still the problem of outside competition with Leicester, Leeds, Southampton all coming down. Norwich and Watford still here in year 2 of their parachutes. And we will doubtless hear from fans of plenty of other teams expecting improvement there. I think Sunderland will find it hardest to repeat despite their big stature as they jump the furthest. Coventry always tend to improve. Others may overtake back. I did say that last season though, and Cov jumped up 7 spots. Borough feel the most likely to get back in there, but a lot rests on where Akpom starts September. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on our 3 playoff losers. Which players stay, which players go, how will they be replaced? Fans of these sides will know the competition well from last season, but what about the new boys? Here's a bit of info on the new teams down from the Premier League and up from League One.